And we're live. And you're probably saying to yourself, Pez, weren't you live last night with a trivia triathlon? Yes, I was. And I say to you, well, I've written like 3 of these things on my phone, so I might as well burn off another one, right? As long as people want to play. So that's what we're doing tonight. I'm hosting yet another trivia triathlon here on the Movie Hero Network. And let me introduce my set of competitors for this evening. Over right next to me, my cohort at the Movie Hero Network, of course, Mr. Jordan, the Trivia Hero Anderson. What's up, sir?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, well, I appreciate you doing this. I mean, views for the channel. I mean, until we get
Yeah.
monetized, I got to push views on everyone. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And over here is the man who I will always give credit to for coming up with this brilliant format, Mr. Jacob Barber, the inventor of the Trivia Triathlon. Sir, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm still reeling from the Seahawks loss earlier.
Uh-oh.
I know. Oh man, that was
It
rough.
was a heartbreaker in overtime, but I'm happy to be here and to see how poorly I do in the format I have created.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see how you do. I think there's some hard stuff and some easier stuff, so I think you'll do okay. And returning from last night, trying to redeem himself from a third place finish. We'll see if Brian can do a little bit better tonight. Brian Nussbaum, how you doing?
If they're good, at least tonight, maybe 3 hours, like the typical episodes.
Yeah, no. This goes quick. This is like a little over an hour. No, a little over an hour. No big deal. We'll be in and out tonight. And then Richie, our Thunder from Down Under. How we doing? So you ready to play a little trivia?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how delay I'm on it. Sorry at the moment, but yeah, I'm doing all right. We'll see how good my trivia knowledge is.
All right. It's about 2 to 3 seconds right now, just FYI. So we'll give Richie about 2 or 3 seconds.
And also, I'm just going to shout out my friend April in the chat. She's tuning in and watching. So,
well, hi, April. Welcome to the Trivia Triathlon. Oh, yeah. So this is Trivia Triathlon number 5. And how it's going to work is we've got 3 rounds of different styles of trivia, and we do it sort of a Grand Prix style of scoring, whereas I will keep tracking each individual round of how many points you guys get. But the only real points that matter are the points that you get for winning the round. So if you win overall round 1, you get 4 points for coming in first place. Second place winner will get 3 points, and so on and so forth. And the person with the most points, round points, by the end of 3 rounds wins the game. And there you go. But we got 3 different rounds. We've got general trivia. We've got the Rotten Tomatoes round, which is what I like to call the great equalizer. For even if you're not great at trivia, you can still do very well there. We had some people do it before. And then third round will be the streaming service synopsis, one of my favorites. And we'll get to that when we get to that. But if everybody's ready, we'll get into round 1. Everybody ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Thumbs up. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, round 1, general trivia, 15 questions, just generals. Write them down on your whiteboards, present them when I ask, and vocalize them if you would, please. And the first question, I'll pop it here on the screen. Who directed the 2014 war film Fury? Give you guys for each question about 15, 20 seconds. If you need an extension, just say so. I'm not too crazy about knocking you off of those. Just use them sporadically, and you'll be good to go. About 15, 20 seconds, which ironically enough should be about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I know Richie's on a 2 or 3 second delay, so we'll hear that in a second. But we'll start with Jordan Anderson up there. What do you got?
well, I hope you can read this color. It's a new marker, but it's a light color. But was it David Ayer?
All right, I'll reveal the answer in just a second. Jacob Barber.
I couldn't think of it.
All right, Brian.
I just got George Clooney. He probably directed the film.
And Richie. What is that? Did you say that out loud? Okay. Does it say David Ayer?
Look at David Ayer to me.
You're like muted or something. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you, Richie.
I am actually.
Yeah.
David Ayer, sorry.
David Ayer. Okay, I got you. I think you're muted. All right, the answer is David Ayer. Jordan and Richie, we're going to pick up that one. Yes, director of Suicide Squad.
Fury.
All right.
Director Fury.
Oh, yeah. So we'll go to question number 2 now. And here it comes. In the Joseph Gordon-Levitt film Don John, who plays John's father? Fun little movie, if you're not familiar, where Joseph Gordon-Levitt is addicted to pornography.
Scarlett Johansson
You just can't stop. All right, and let's wind it on down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Mr. Barber, what do you got?
No idea. So I said Ed Harris.
Ed Harris. Okay, not a bad guess. Brian, what do you got?
Sorry, who's the boss? Tori Danza.
And Richie.
I said Don Johnson.
Don Johnson. That's a good guess. And Jordan Anderson, what do you got?
I have Star, if they're up from the sun, a total guess, John Lithgow.
Well, it's going to be Brian getting it down there for Tony Danza. Tony Danza. All right. So we got a three-way tie for first right now. Jordan, Richie, and Brian all have a point. Jacob, still plenty of time to catch up here as we go into question number 3. What Martin Scorsese film stars Griffin Dunn as a man trying anything just to get home during the worst night of his life? Good cult classic film. If you have not seen this one, I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of One Crazy Night movies. I'm also a fan of saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Brian. Brian, what do you got?
Boxcar Bertha.
And let's go to Richie.
After Hours.
And Jordan.
I only know it because we talked about it literally after one of our shows. So After Hours.
I don't think he's seen it. Jacob Harper, what'd you have?
I don't even know who Griffin Dunn is.
He was in American Werewolf in London, and the answer is After Hours. Good job, Jordan and Richie. Get into that. We talked about it on our One Crazy Night tournament. So if you're a fan of tournament fights, or you're a part of tournament fights, or you watch tournament fights, you might have known that.
There's been like 90 episodes, okay?
I know.
Watch tournament fights.
Yeah, watch tournament fights, guys. You might learn something. All right. And question number 4, we're going to ask, what monster movie features supporting performances from Oliver Platt, Brendan Gleeson, and Betty White? Rest in peace, Betty White. Almost made it to 100.
Living legend.
Mm-hmm. Well, not so living legend now. But, you know, she was when she was alive. Not to make a bad joke, but, you know, just pointing out the obvious. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go to Jordan. What do you got?
I have no idea.
No idea. All right, Jacob Barber. What do you
I
got?
didn't want to have 3 blank boards in a row, so I said Pacific Rim.
Okay, and Brian.
Lake Placid.
And Richie.
Lake Placid.
The answer is Lake Placid with Betty White, Oliver Platt, Brendan Gleeson. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great.
I didn't think of that as much of a monster movie, more of like an animal attack movie.
It's a monster movie. It is. It's both. So, all right. And we're going to go to number 5. Treat Williams plays the villainous Xander Drax in what 1996 comic book movie? Anybody who knows me should know the answer to this question. All right, let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Jacob, we'll start with you.
The Phantom?
And Brian.
I just got Steel.
And I asked about Steel last night, Brian. Richie.
What might come out against though?
The Phantom.
All right. He's on a delay. I can't hear you. Frozen, but I heard you. All right, Jordan Anderson. There you go.
Well, I don't want to lose my co-host, so I better get this one right. The Phantom.
Better get it right because it's the Phantom. Of course, it's the Phantom. But Xander Drax begins and ends with the letter X. All right, going into question number 6. Jordan with 3 points, Richie with 4, Jacob with 1, and Brian with 2. All right, let's pop up the next question here. How many of the Ernest films starring Jim Varney were released theatrically?
Of course, we Ernest question.
Of course there is. I've dressed up as Ernest. I love Ernest. I'm going to ask about Ernest. as much as possible, but only once tonight, I can assure you. Know what I mean?
Yeah. What a mean burn.
Yeah. But I figure I wouldn't get too deep on the earnest questions. I'll just ask something fairly surface level, and we'll get your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what's your guess?
4.
And Richie.
I said 3.
Okay, and Jordan.
I also said 3.
And Jacob.
I said 5.
Correct answer. Jacob Barber, 5
Cool.
is the correct answer.
Oh, Lord.
Just for clarification, Camp, Christmas, Scared Stupid, Jail, and Ernest Rides Again had a very small
Rides
theatrical
Again?
run
Oh, man.
again in 1993. It is
And
5 films.
I knew it was 5.
All
Yeah,
right.
of course.
You definitely did, Jacob. I believe you. All right. All right. Going to question number 7, another one of my favorites. Who directed the 1988 film Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
It's about 138.
I suspect everyone will get this. Like I said, they will vary in difficulty. A few easier and a few harder. But yes, one of my favorite films. I just picked it up on 4K. Looks great. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I forget who goes first. I think it's Brian. Brian will go
It's about
first.
138. Robert Zemeckis.
All right. And Richie.
Robert Zemeckis.
And Jordan.
Robert Zemeckis.
And Jacob Barber.
Robbie Z.
There we go. We finally got a clean sweep because it is Robert Zemeckis. Good job, everybody.
Back to the Future.
Figure I'd give you all an easy one. That was his Blake check movie after Back to the Future. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next one. The movie Teen Wolf 2 was the theatrical debut for what future Arrested Development star? Yes, for anybody asking, Teen Wolf 2 does exist. There is a sequel. And it's a boxing movie, not a basketball movie.
Teen
I
Wolf.
prefer to call
T-O-O.
it Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf
Yes.
also.
Yes, Teen Wolf again. And 5,
Teen Wolf
4,
as well.
3, 2, 1. And we'll start with Richie this time.
Jason Bateman.
And Jordan.
JB, Jason Bateman.
And Mr. Barber.
I too had Jason Bateman.
And Brian.
Voice Dick Wilde is Zootopia. That was Jason Bateman.
And a clean sweep there because it is, in fact, Jason Bateman. Good job, everybody. All right, scrolling on down to question number 9. What college comedy features characters such as Ogre, Poindexter, Wormser, and Booger? Got ourselves a bit of a game here now. Jacob and Brian tied at 4, Jordan at 5, Richie at 6. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan Anderson, we'll go to you first.
I mean, it was one of 2 for me. I put Animal House, though.
All right, Jacob Barber.
A total guess. I said Weird Science.
And Brian.
Adventure Nerds.
Yeah, that's probably.
And Richie.
I said Porky's.
Well, if you know me, it's in my 128, Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Revenge
That's
of
one of
the
those too.
Nerds. That's right. You have to know I'm going to ask about some of my favorite movies on here. Come on, people. All right. Not all of them. Not all. For instance, this might not be one of them. We'll ask it anyways. Number 10. What sci-fi action film stars Gary Oldman, William Hurt, and Matt LeBlanc, and was a remake of a classic TV show? I saw this movie at a friend's birthday party, and we left very disappointed. It was not a good birthday party. For anybody who has seen this one. And we'll see if people have seen this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob Barber, what do you got?
Nope.
No? And Brian.
Look up the way, man.
Richie.
Lost in Space.
And Jordan.
Danger, Will Robinson, Lost in Space.
It is, in fact, Lost in Space from 1998. A very, very bad film from my boy Stephen Hopkins, who made Predator 2. I'm very disappointed in you, Stephen.
Watch either of the TV shows. I think they're both better.
Yeah. All right. And let's go to question number 11. How many total Transformers films have been released theatrically? Give you guys an extra second to think about this one. Transformers films in the theater. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go to Brian.
I'll lose all the plus 7.
All right. And Richie.
7.
And Jordan.
Damn, I forgot to count Bumblebee. I put 6.
Jacob.
I also put 6.
Well, you didn't forget Bumblebee. You just forgot Transformers the movie in 1986 because it's 7. 7.
Well, I actually thought about that one. I'm like, that one probably was.
And the 5 Michael Bay's Bumblebee and Transformers the movie from 1986 released theatrically. So it does count. But Richie grabbing a point on that. Brian getting a point on that one. Quick score update. Jacob with 4 points. Brian with 6. Richie with 8. And Jordan with 6. All right, going on to question number 12. Jason Statham stars as ex-Special Forces operative Frank Martin in what action franchise?
Which one is it?
Precisely why I asked this question. All right. My boy Jason Statham, the baddest of the bad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go to Richie.
Pen's running out, but I said Transporter.
Okay. And
Transporter.
Jordan Anderson.
I have the Transporter.
All right. And Jacob.
That's also the one I went with.
And Brian.
The Transporter.
And that is it. Clean sweep there. The Transporter franchise.
So I didn't go with the other one.
All right. Yeah, that's why I asked, because some people might guess the Expendables, which should be an acceptable guess. All right. Richie, all right to go? You got another pen there? I'll give him a second to grab a pen if he needs to. You good?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll just, I had so just
No, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
Good.
Transporter is a series that starts out great, gets kind of progressively worse.
Yeah.
First one's awesome. Second one's okay. Third one kind of sucks.
They should make an Expendable style movie with every Jason Statham character from all the series.
Just somehow digitally.
Yeah, it'd be very meta.
Together.
Yeah.
Frank Martin with
Chip Chiller.
Yeah, with whatever his Christmas or whatever the hell his name is in Expendables.
One from the Megs. They're gonna have a second. No.
Yeah, or
Fast and Furious.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, like Cockney Jason Statham.
Yeah.
all those things.
Jason Statham
Yep.
is Spy.
Yeah, parody Jason Statham. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all good.
You good? All right, cool. All right, good to go. So let's move on to number 13. Pop it up on the screen here. Who plays Mr. Brown in Reservoir Dogs? I'm particularly proud of this question. Mr. Brown in Reservoir Dogs. All right. And let's wind it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan Anderson, what do you got?
I think I just thought of it after I wrote it down, so I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I just put Michael Madsen.
All right. And Jacob.
This is Harvey Keitel.
And Brian.
I put Stevie Chevy.
And Richie.
I put Michael Madsen.
Buscemi, right?
I said I'm proud of this question because it's actually just Quentin Tarantino. who
Oh,
plays
there
Mr.
you go.
Brown. He doesn't last very long in the movie, but he plays Mr. Brown. All right, a dirty sweep there. A dirty shit brown streak there for Mr. Brown. All right. All right, number 14, our penultimate question. Which Oscar-winning actor plays Pharaoh Akhman Ra in the Night at the Museum films?
I'll probably do this trilogy. Very good.
Yeah, I like these movies too. I'm a fan of them. I think they're fun. Good ensemble cast.
I mean, the anime was coming out next month on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Mm.
hmm Yeah, I saw there was a new one coming out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Jacob Barber. See if you got it.
I'm gonna kick myself when I hear the name though.
All right, Brian
Rami Malek.
and Richie
I said Peter O'Toole.
and Jordan Anderson.
I said Rami Malek.
And the answer is Bohemian Rhapsody's Rami Malek plays Akhman Ra. Got to start in some of those movies. All right. And going into our final question, Richie has the lead at the moment, 9. Jordan on his heels at 8, so anything could happen here. Jacob with 5, and Brian with 8 as well. So a lot riding on this question. Let's see who gets it and who doesn't. Final question of round 1, unless we need tiebreakers, which I do have. What 1997 Nickelodeon film features supporting performances from Sinbad, Abe Vigoda, and Linda Cardellini? All right. 97, a pretty good year for movies, as was 99. Wow. I was born 11 years ahead of you. I was already in middle school. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Brian. What'd you have?
Welcome to Good Burger. Home to Good Burger. Can't take order.
And Richie.
It is probably Good Burger. I put Harriet the Spy.
And Jordan.
Yeah, I was thinking of any Sinbad movie. I didn't even know it was in Good Burger. House Guest.
And Jacob.
I also said Good Burger.
Correct answer. Good Burger. Brian and Jacob getting that one. But with that, Jordan has 8 points. Jacob has 6. Richie and Brian both tied at 9. So we got to go to a tiebreaker to determine who's first and who's second. Jordan will take third place since he is behind, and Jacob will take fourth place for this round. So Jordan will get 2 points, Jacob 1 point, and we will have to do some tiebreakers to determine who gets that first and second between that. And how I do the first round tiebreakers, we're just going to do some movie release dates because that's my favorite, and I know you guys love them. So let's go to the tiebreaker. This is just for Richie and Brian. If you guys want to guess an answer, that's fine, but I do not need them. First tiebreaker for Richie and Brian. Big Tom Hanks, released in what year?
Make a guess anyway.
You can make a guess.
If it's completely wrong, I don't have to show it.
That's okay. You can hide it. You can hide it if you're way off, Jacob. All right.
However, if I'm correct and they're not, I feel like I should.
Right. You can try. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're gonna go to Richie first. Whatever you got.
I think I'm off. I said 1990.
And Brian.
I put 1985.
Fortunately, 2 incorrect answers. 1988.
I had 86.
1988. All right. So we'll go to our second one. See if you guys can get this. Otherwise, I'll just keep pulling them up till you guys get it. I'll just look over at my collection, just keep pulling movies and just asking you guys till we break it. Number 2, French Connection. Gene Hackman, Roy Scheider. What year? All right, French Connection. Let's get Joe's answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Brian first.
1974.
And Richie.
I said 1978.
Another dirty sweep, 1971.
I also had 74.
1971.
Just for fun.
All right, let's go to another one. We'll keep going. Although it's the last of the ones I have written down. Otherwise, I'll just have to ask them audibly. All right. So, third one, Jackass presents Bad Grandpa. Bad Grandpa.
More like bad movie.
I think it's got an
love
okay
Bad Grandpa.
first half is all right, then it loses steam. I'll just say that.
Actually has a light narrative, kind of,
It's
to
my
it. You know?
face of a Japanese series for me.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Richie, what's your guess?
2013.
And Brian.
2013.
Oh man, you guys both got it right. We got to keep going. Damn it.
Oh, man.
Dang, I was off by 1.
All right. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so we got to go to another one. I don't have this one written out. I could real quick if we don't, but I'm just not going to. So let's go with the original Saw, directed by James Wan. Saw, what year? Richie and Brian. The original Saw. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian
2004.
and Richie.
2002.
Brian will take the round 2004 for the original Saw. Congratulations, Brian. Going to get the big 4 points for that 2004 guess. So Brian will take this round. Good job, Brian. 4 points for the win in round 1.
Brian, I told you not to embarrass us. Come on.
All right. Richie pick up 3 points. Richie 3 points there for coming in second. Jordan Bynum with 2 and Jacob with 1. But we will now move into our Rotten Tomatoes round, one of my personal favorites, the great equalizer. Anybody can win this one, even you, Jacob. You can take this one if you got good guessing skills. So we'll see what happens here. All right, I'm going to clear my scoreboard. Just
20 for 20.
All right. 20 points total. That's what he's shooting for tonight. All right. Clear my scoreboard here, and we will get going. And how this round works, gentlemen, in case you have forgotten or can't remember, I will give you a movie. I will give you the year of that movie. I will give you a Rotten Tomatoes score that is incorrect. You will tell me if the correct score is higher or lower, and then you will guess the correct percentage. Now, the correct percentage will be within 10 points on either side. So, for example, if I say so-and-so movie at 90%, it will either be 91 to 100 or 89 to 80. And it will be one or the other, higher or lower. Just simply, please, if you would, write out higher, write out lower, and give me a percentage written out. If you get the higher or lower portion, you get a point. But if you also nail the correct percentage, you get a bonus point. So a potential 2 points for every question here. So anything can happen. All right, everybody understand? Any questions? Everybody know how it works? Good to go? All right. As usual, I like to take a trip in the time machine because 10 questions means 10 decades. So we're going to work our way towards modern times and start way, way back when in the 30s. So we're going to go The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn, 1938, higher or lower than 95%. Higher or lower than 95 for The Adventures of Robin Hood, the classic Errol Flynn swashbuckling adventure. Really good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Very, very good. One of the good Robin Hood movies, as opposed to some of the more recent Robin Hood movies, which are not so good. Go watch the older stuff. It's way better. Way better. All right, let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan, what's your guess?
I said lower, and I put 94.
Okay, and Jacob?
So higher, and I think it's 100.
Brian?
I put lower 88%.
All right, and Richie?
I put lower 91.
One person gets it right. Jacob Barber, congratulations on nailing higher 100%. Wow. I told you anything could happen, Jacob. This could be your round, sir. This could be your round. So play it up. But good job, Jacob, nailing that higher 100% there. So let's move into the 40s. with Rope, the Alfred Hitchcock film, higher or lower than 93%? Hitchcock film Rope. Fun fact, it's like an 80-minute movie. I was looking it up for this. A very short Hitchcock movie. Higher or lower than 93? Jacob getting an early lead, 2-0-0-0 with that big early lead. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jacob, we'll start with you. Can you get it again?
It's a higher 97.
All right. And Brian.
I put lower 89%.
Okay. And Richie?
Said higher 95.
Okay. And Jordan?
It's a higher 99%.
All right. The only one that's going to get this one is Brian, slightly lower, but 92%. A lower 92 for that one. Brian will get a point for that one for getting lower. Everybody else guessed higher. I think Richie guessed lower as well. Somebody else guessed lower, but somebody
gets higher.
everybody gets higher. That's right. Everybody gets higher. Yeah, everybody gets higher. Gotcha. So I was correct in my scores over here. I second guess myself sometimes. All right. Let's move into the 50s. Those 50s. Jailhouse Rock, the Elvis Presley film. Higher or lower than 84%? Higher or lower than 84% for the Elvis film, Jailhouse Rock. Not the Elvis film that just came out, but the 50s film starring the actual Elvis. All right. But I do like that Elvis movie, the one that came out this year. So it's a good, really good movie. So, yeah. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we will go to Brian this time. What's your answer?
Higher 90%.
Okay, and Richie?
I feel like it's going to be one of those ones that are higher that I get that is shockingly higher, but I put lower 78%.
Okay, and Jordan?
I went lower, 75%.
Okay, and Jacob?
I went just slightly lower at 82.
Ooh, Jacob almost has that one, but it is in fact lower at 81. Lower 81. But a couple people picking up points for the lower answer there. So after that question, Jacob's still in the lead with 3. Everybody else has 1. Everybody else has 1, but still 7 questions to go. A lot of time to catch up here. We will move into the 60s with a musical, Jacob. Maybe you'll get this one. I didn't know you were going to be on the episode, but it is. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, 1968. Higher or lower than 75? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And of course, as Jordan knows, Ace Ventura sings it loud and proud in Ace Ventura when Ace calls.
Yes.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. All right. Another Dick Van Dyke movie that's come up tonight with the Night at the Museum stuff. But we're going to go higher or lower than 75% in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll go to Richie first. What do you got?
Said higher 80%.
Okay. Jordan Anderson?
Said the same thing, higher 80%.
Okay. Jacob?
Said lower 68%.
All right. And Brian?
Higher 80%.
All right. Jacob almost nailing it, lower 69%, just 1 point off. But again, he was the only one to get the lower, so you still get a point. Still get a point. It is now 4-1 to 1 to 1.
I think it was 68 at one point because I looked it up and I was kind of shocked that it was that low.
Yeah, well, as of when I checked it last week, it was 69%. So that's what I go by. Yeah. All right, we're going to move into the 70s now. Let's go with the Steve Martin classic, The Jerk from 1979. Higher or lower than 80%? 80% for The Jerk. Higher or lower? Good movie, holds up. Watched it recently for our 70s comedy episode. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself.
Hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan, what's your guess on this one?
I put higher 89%.
Okay. Jacob?
I said lower 79. I don't look like a 4, but like my marker.
Okay. That's fine.
79.
All right, Brian.
I went higher, put 85%.
Okay. And Richie?
I put the same higher 85.
Okay. couple people getting points there, but nobody nailing it. Higher 83. Higher 83 on that one. So a few people getting points there for the higher lower, but nobody's nailed it except for Jacob in the very first question so far. But that can change. It can change with this one. Let's see what happens. Let's move into the 80s with Twins. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Higher or lower than 50%?
Mm-hmm.
Higher or lower than 50% for Twins. We're still waiting on that Development Hell Triplets movie. I doubt it's ever going to happen, honestly.
Why is this Eddie Murphy or something?
Yeah, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think it's going to be all those Development Hell movies that's there for.
We'll probably just end up remaking it with Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Oh God! Please don't.
Please,
All right,
no.
all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Mr. Barber. See if you can nail this one.
I said lower 45.
All right, and Brian.
I wrote lower 39%.
Okay, and Richie.
I put high 56.
Okay, and Jordan.
Went lower 47%.
All right, a couple people getting points, but it's going to be lower 42. Lower 42. Pretty low score for what I think is a pretty solid comedy, honestly. So, Ivan Reitman movie. All right, let's move into the 90s.
Hey, I was alive then.
American Pie from 1999. Higher or lower than 60%? So essentially, whether you think it's rotten or fresh. 60% is the threshold for rotten or fresh. Higher or lower than 60% for American Pie? I could ask how many of those movies there are, but I'd have to include the direct-to-video ones. I think there's like 9 now or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
Like 3 good ones.
Yeah. All right. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll start with Brian this time. What do you got?
Higher 32%.
Okay. All right. And Richie?
I said high 69.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes, somebody did it. Yes.
All right. All right, Jordan?
Lower 58.
Okay. And Jacob?
I said higher 63.
All right. And it's going to be just slightly higher, 61%, just over that fresh threshold.
I would have thought maybe the critics didn't get it at first.
I've noticed you always do one that's just like one higher.
Yeah, sometimes you're always like 1 or 2 off, Jacob, but it's all right. You're still getting points, though. You're still racking up points. Speaking of that, Jacob in the lead with 6 points right now, hanging with that lead. Brian with 4 points, and Richie and Jordan both with 3 as of right now. All right, so we've got 3 more questions here in the Rotten Tomatoes round. Let's move into the 2000s now, and we're going to go with a real stinker. X-Men Origins Wolverine, 2009. Higher or lower than 35%? X-Men Origins Wolverine. I saw this movie opening day at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
With like a bunch of friends. Yeah.
I was very excited. Yeah. All right. Good opening credit scene. Gave me hope. Great opening credit scene, actually. And then kind of all downhill from there. So, all right.
Deadpool 2 reference.
Yeah. All right. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll start with Richie this time. What's your guess on this one?
I said lower 27%.
Okay. And Jordan?
I said lower 31%.
Okay. And Jacob?
I said the same thing.
Okay. And Brian?
I wrote lower, put 18%.
Well, you're going way beyond the threshold, Brian. It's only 10% on either side. You're going way, way off. It's only going to be, if that was the case, between like 25 and 45. Surprisingly, this one's slightly higher at 38%. Slightly higher.
Wow.
Just slightly higher. All right. But yeah, Brian, stay within those 10% margins.
Yeah.
You're going way off with your guesses. All right. Yeah, I'll still give you the points if you get the higher or lower, but you're way off on your guesses.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to move into the 2010s now with a favorite I know of Jordan's. Let's see if he knows the Rotten Tomatoes score. Dr. Sleep from 2019, higher or lower than 82%? We just talked about this movie on our Stephen King tournament, and I believe it made the Elite Eight, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a good one. All right.
The weird finals.
Yeah.
It too. It's not
yeah.
surprising, but it chapter 2.
It's chapter 2. Yeah, I wasn't with that one. 5, 4.
See, I do watch the show, Jordan.
All right. Speaking of Jordan, what's your guess on this one? Higher or lower than 82 for Dr. Sleep?
I put higher 86.
Okay, and Jacob?
I said lower 78.
Okay, and Brian?
I put higher 90.
Okay, and Richie?
I put higher 87.
All right, somebody's going to get some big points here because Jacob Barber nailed it, lower 78. He nailed it right on the head. 2 points.
Figure round.
2 points for Jacob Barber at lower 78. So that jumps him into the lead. Going into our final question, Jacob has 8 points, Brian with 4, Richie with 3, Jordan with 3. Jacob has secured this round, even if Brian gets the big 2 points. But we'll see what happens because right now we have a tie between Jordan and Richie. So we'll see what happens. If they get it and Brian doesn't, we could have a real interesting couple of tiebreakers. So let's see what happens here. All right. All right, let's see. I got a couple of tiebreakers ready to go.
Tiebreaker.
We'll see what happens. But we're going to move into the 2020s now. Let's go Birds of Prey from 2020. Higher or lower than 75? Birds of Prey. 75% for Birds of Prey. I'm not a fan of this movie, honestly. I think it's kind of bad.
I kind of like it.
All right, let's go. Wrap it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Jacob Barber.
I said lower 68.
Okay, and Brian?
Higher 82.
And Richie?
I said lower 68.
Okay, and Jordan?
I said lower by just a hair, 74.
Okay. It's actually going to be higher, 79%.
Wow, that's
So
high.
our final score as of right now, Jacob Barber is going to win the round with 8 points. He will get 4 points for that win, which is big for him. Going from first, like I said, the great equalizer. He went from last place to first place in the second round. Brian will secure second place with the 5 points, so you'll get 3 points. And we have to break the tie now between Jordan and Richie for third place. So what we will do is I will pull up another percentage. You guys will each answer higher or lower. If you both have the correct answer, it is whoever is closest to the actual percentage. Does that make sense? Whoever's closest to the actual percentage will win it. All right. Well, let's go. I've got a couple ready to go. Let's pull up this one. Let's go Cobra from 1986, the Stallone film. Higher or lower than 20%? So this one's just for Richie and Jordan, but if you guys want to write down a guess, you're welcome to do so as well. But the round is over for Jacob and Brian as of right now. All right. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go with Richie first. What do you guess?
I said lower 18.
All right. And Jordan?
I said higher 28%.
Well, it was a little too late, Richie, but you did nail it. Lower 18%. You get 2 points for nailing it in the tie-breaking round, but you did nail it in the tiebreaker. So you get that one. You will get the third place finish. 2 points for Richie and 1 point for Jordan Anderson. All right, guys.
All right. 18. Come on.
All right. So quick score update as far as rounds go. As of right now, Jordan has 3 points after the first 2 rounds. Jacob has 5 points. Richie also has 5 points. And Brian's still in the lead with 7 points with a 4 and a 3. So anything could happen here. We got a tie right now between Jacob and Richie. So for round points. So we'll see what happens. Jacob had a great round there with that Rotten Tomatoes round. Doing very, very well. But we'll see how you guys do with the streaming service synopsis. 10 questions. I pulled them all off of various streaming services, whether they be Peacock or HBO Max or Tubi or Paramount or wherever the hell I pulled them from. I just pulled them off a streaming service word for word. I will give you the synopsis. You give me the movie. It's that simple. All right. So here we go. I try to pick ones that have some good context clues to make a good guess. So here we go with question number 1. Synopsis number 1. After discovering a secret alien cabal to control the Earth with subliminal messages, one man goes on a crusade to awaken humanity from its spell. All right. Secret alien cabal, subliminal messaging. One man goes on a crusade to awaken humanity from the spell. Give you guys an extra second to think about the synopsis. But having said that, let's go ahead and get your guesses in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Extension? You want extension?
Yeah.
I'll take that as an extension. Richie's on a delay. I'm sure you would have said that had you been on. I'll give you an extra 10 seconds. All right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Jordan Anderson. Did you get this one?
I doubt it, but it's kind of, I guess, similar. Knowing, I put.
Okay. Jacob.
Paul's the name of a movie.
Okay. And Brian.
They are so still.
And Richie.
I probably got it wrong, but I changed. I put Signs.
Dirty sweep there. They live. The subliminal messaging. Obey. Consume. Yeah, come on. Rowdy Piper, Richie. They live. All right. These could get a little tricky. Look for those clues. But let's go to number 2. All right, it's okay. Hey, everybody got it wrong, Jacob. Don't be ashamed. Nobody got it right. All right, let's go to the second one. See if you guys get this one. A convict is sent back in time to save the Earth from a deadly manufactured virus that has driven humanity to the brink of extinction. Convict sent back in time, save the Earth from a deadly manufactured virus that has driven humanity to the brink of extinction. I didn't mean to have 2 synopses with both Earth and humanity in the synopsis, but it just kind of worked out like that.
Yeah.
That was unintentional. So, yeah.
Did They Live again?
No, it's not They Live again. I can assure you that. All right. I don't double up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob Barber, what you guess on this one?
I said Contagion.
Contagion. All right. I don't remember time traveling Contagion, but
I've never
Brian,
seen it. I just wanted an answer on my board.
that's fine. Brian
12 Monkeys.
and Richie
12 Monkeys.
and Jordan.
I also have 12 Monkeys.
And it
See,
is, in
that's my
fact,
problem. I haven't
12
seen 1 through 11 yet.
Oh, man, he's got to get caught up, man. He got to go.
Yeah.
All right. In fact, it is 12 Monkeys. Jordan, Richie, and Brian all picking up a point for that. Jacob still.
Can I get it right once and y'all get it wrong? Come on.
Yeah, right. All right. Let's go to number 3. A hotshot naval defense attorney faces off against a hard-edged colonel he believes is responsible for inspiring the murder of a young Marine.
Right. I know what it is. I'm just spacing on the name. Oh, got it.
Hotshot naval defense attorney faces off against a hard-edged colonel he believes is responsible for inspiring the murder of a young Marine. All right, and let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Brian, we'll start with you.
You can handle the truth. A Few Good Men.
And Richie.
A Few Good Men.
All right, and Jordan.
A Few Good Men.
And Jacob.
A Couple of Okay Fellows.
All right. That was the sequel, but what I'm looking for is A Few Good Men. A clean
Very
sweep
lackluster
there.
sequel.
All right. Clean sweep there for everybody. Good job getting that one. And let's go to number 4. A doctor will do anything to make his patients laugh, even if it means risking his own career, in this inspiring comedy based on a true story.
I don't know how inspiring it is, but I know the answer.
Yeah.
I just pasted the synopsis, Richie. I don't know what to tell you. That's up to you. How inspiring it is.
The trailer made it look inspiring.
It's like a quick side note. There was a trailer when I was watching The Fablemans today for some movie. I don't even remember what movie it is. And I hate when they do the critics quotes on the trailer. I hate that. It's like a trope I don't like. And especially ones where it's like, so-and-so's performance is a revelation. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
That's,
How- how was
that's
filmed?
empty words. It's a
Nobody knows.
revelation. I don't know what that means. I've never had anybody's performance be a revelation to me. All right, anyways.
Been revealed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go, Jordan. Or I'm sorry. Hang on. No, I'm sorry, Richie. Let me go, Richie. I'm sorry. I'm out of order here. Richie, sorry about that.
It's
All right.
Patch Adams.
And Jordan
Patch Adams.
and Jacob
Patch Adams.
and Brian.
Patch Adams.
All right, clean sweep there. It is in fact Patch Adams. Good job, everybody. Which changes a lot of stuff from the real story. Fun fact: the real Patch Adams hates that movie. Okay, yeah, go read about it. He does not like that
I
movie.
wonder why.
All right, going to number 5, halfway through here. Let's go. One fateful night, a basketball-obsessed teenager discovers a magical pair of sneakers that
Yes.
helps him make his professional hoop dreams come true.
George likes this one.
One of my favorites from when I was a kid.
I don't know about kid. I was like 18 when this movie came out.
Yeah, whenever it was released. I still loved it.
And then you grow up and you realize it's not good.
Yeah. That's why I said one of my favorites from that time.
All right. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, Jordan and Jacob even know what it is. Let's see if they got it. Jordan, what do you got?
I could be like Mike.
And Jacob.
Like Mike.
Brian.
Like I'm not sure right on tier record fights.
All right.
Yeah.
And Richie.
Like Mike.
Like Mike. All right, another clean sweep. You guys are on a roll now. It is, in fact,
Yeah.
like Mike. All right, we got a
All
three-way
right.
tie for first right now. Jordan, Brian, Richie, all with 4 points. Jacob with 3. Still in the running here. And we'll see what happens on question number 6. While running from a gang of bullies, 12-year-old Max accidentally frees a 3,000-year-old genie in a boombox.
Nice.
Uh,
Oh.
Well, I got a reaction. I'm assuming you guys know what this movie is. So it may be a formality.
Yeah.
But even so, we'll see what it is in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jacob Barber, what do you got?
2 in a row with Shaquille O'Neal. Kazam.
Yeah.
And Brian?
Yeah.
Kazam.
And Richie.
Kazam.
All right. And Jordan.
Hey guys, the next movie is gonna be Steel. Kazam.
Well, I mean, I did the Steel synopsis, so I had to do the Kazam synopsis. in
Yeah.
this. I mean, it makes sense. It's really
No.
Shaq's 2 main movies other than Blue
Yeah.
Chips. So,
Yeah.
I had to. All right. At least where he's not a cameo. All right. Let's go to number 7, see if you guys can get this one. Stephen King's bestseller comes alive as 4 childhood friends reunite for a hunting trip and become trapped by murderous aliens in a blizzard. Couple of clues in there. Let's see if you guys can get this one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go to Brian, see if you got it.
I just got signs.
All right. And Richie.
I couldn't pull it.
All right. Jordan.
I had no idea. I just put The Reckoning.
All right. Jacob.
Stand By Me Too.
Not quite. It's going to be a little movie people kind of forgot about called Dreamcatcher.
Oh, okay.
Dreamcatcher.
Yeah.
Morgan
I watched
Freeman, Jason Lee.
20 minutes of it and turned it off.
Yeah. All right. Going to go to number 8, a dirty sweep there. We'll see if we can get back on track with number 8. It's a hair-raising journey to the center of the Earth for a geophysicist and his team to save the planet in this thrilling disaster epic. A hair-raising journey to the center of the Earth for a geophysicist and his team to save the planet in this thrilling disaster epic. All right. see what happens here. We got some very close scores going into these final ones. Might have to do some more tiebreakers, which I've got lined up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Richie. Did you get it?
That's a geostorm.
Okay. And Jordan.
Is it the core? Maybe.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's wrong. I just guessed 2012.
And Brian.
I could pull a blackboard.
Jordan Anderson getting the core. The core. Yes. Not a very good
I was going to
disaster.
say Journey to the Center of the Earth to be obvious.
Not quite. It would have been a little too
synopsis.
obvious. there are some synopses that are literally like, Daniel Craig stars as James Bond in, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't pull ones like that.
No,
It's too obvious. All
Which
right.
James Bond movie?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go to number 9, see what happens here. A soldier wakes up in the body of an unknown man and discovers he's part of a mission to find the bomber of a Chicago commuter train. A soldier wakes up in the body of an unknown man and discovers he's part of a mission to find the bomber of a Chicago commuter train. All right, let's wind it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jordan Anderson, pens down.
Okay. I just came up with a train movie. I just put taking a pill on 1, 2, 3. I know it's wrong.
That was last night.
Yeah.
Jacob? No, nothing. All right, Brian?
Unstoppable is a movie of a train.
What's that? Unstoppable? Okay.
Yeah.
Richie?
I said Universal Soldier.
Not quite. I guess you guys forgot about that Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Source Code. Source
I did.
Code.
You are correct.
All right.
Another
All right.
Chicago commuter train.
Yeah, he's on a train and then it blows up 8 minutes later. That's the mission. Yep. All right. So going into our final question, Jordan in the lead with 6. Richie and Brian both with 5, and Jacob with 4. A lot of things could happen here. So let's see what happens. I'm guessing we're gonna have to break some kind of tie, but we'll see what happens. All right, so let's go to number 10. A successful businessman's seemingly perfect life slowly unravels over the course of a series of phone calls during an intense car ride. Successful businessman's seemingly perfect life slowly unravels over the course of a series of phone calls during an intense car ride. All right. Wind this one down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob, what do you got?
Lock.
And Brian?
Eagle Eye.
Richie?
Lock.
All right. And Jordan?
The movie I just watched last week for the very first time. I'm glad I did. Lock.
It is, in fact, Lock with Tom Hardy. Very good there. Jordan Anderson going to win the round with 7 points. He's going to pick up the big 4 for that one. He wins it with 7. Brian and Jacob are both tied right now at 5, but Richie has 6. So Richie will pick up the second place victory and get 3 points. But we will have to break the third place tie between Jacob and Brian right now. So I have a few synopsis ready to go for those two to see if you guys can get it. You got to keep going, Jacob. I'm sorry, but you do. Let's keep going. All right, so this is just to break Jacob and Brian's tie. If you guys want to answer, you're welcome to do so. Let's go to a tiebreaker. A former extreme sports athlete is recruited by the government for a special undercover mission.
Damn it, I know.
A former extreme sports athlete is recruited by the government for a special undercover mission. All right, let's go 5.
No, keep going.
3, 2. You want extension?
Yeah, sorry, extension.
Oh, extension. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
I could have worded that better.
That's fine. I was like, I thought you were joking. Like, no. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you another couple of seconds. All right. 10 seconds or so. And we'll wind this one down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what you guess on this one?
Adrian Corey Banks.
And Jacob.
Point Break.
I believe it is.
Dirty sweep. It's triple
Yeah.
X.
That's what I thought.
Triple X with Vin Diesel. So we got to go to
Look at
another
that.
one. Brian, got to keep going. We still have a tie. Let's see if Jacob and Brian, either one of y'all, can get this one. 2 Brooklyn college boys facing murder charges in Alabama hire New York's newest and most inexperienced lawyer in this riotous comedy.
What the heck?
2 Brooklyn college boys facing murder charges in Alabama hire New York's newest and most inexperienced lawyer in this riotous comedy. All right. Let's wind it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob, did you get this one?
You said Life.
Brian.
Nope, couldn't pull it.
Couldn't pull it.
Bobby.
My cousin
Yeah.
Vinny.
There you go.
My cousin Vinny. All right.
Movies
Let's
now.
see if you guys can get this one. Otherwise, we got to go to some movie release dates, which I know you guys will love that. Because I've only got one more synopsis tiebreaker. Let's see if either one of y'all can get this. Real-life Navy SEALs star in this thriller that follows an elite platoon as they track a terrorist threat all the way to the U.S. border. Real-life Navy SEALs star in this thriller that follow an elite platoon as they track a terrorist threat all the way to the U.S. border. All right.
Okay.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, can you get this one?
Bobby.
Jacob. Nothing? Man, you guys are killing me. Act of Valor. Act of Valor. Oh, it's a very bad
Active
movie.
Valor. I got it.
Act of Valor.
Oh,
It's a movie where they literally cast real life Navy SEAls and they're horrendous actors. It was a big mistake.
yeah.
They know how to do the action, but boy, are they horrendous in every other scene. All right, so let's go back up here. We may have to do some.
Got a barn burner on our hands.
Yeah, we got a barn burner for third. All right. Let's go. I'm gonna have to pull some more movie release dates out of my ass. All right. All right. For Brian and Jacob still, let's go the Boondock Saints. Boondock Saints. What year? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just start with Jacob. What do you got?
I don't freaking know. I said 2000.
And Brian.
2009.
1999. You guys are killing me.
Went off again.
All right. All right. Let's do another one. Brian and Jacob dragging the show out. All right. All
We got
right.
3 hours tonight, just like a tournament fight.
Yeah. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. What year? I mean, I could pull up my Tubi and find some more synopsis if you guys want me to, but I have a feeling you don't want me to. I could try to pull some obvious ones. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, Anchorman.
2004.
And Jacob.
2004.
But you guys both got it right, so god damn it, you're still tied. All right.
You yell at us when we get it wrong. You yell at us when we get it right.
I'm gonna do that.
You can't win.
I'll hold up the show.
You want to leave it good last slide? You got it.
All right. The Flintstones. What year? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob,
It's in 1993.
Brian.
1998.
Another dirty sweep, 1994.
I would have had
1994.
98.
I was between those two. God,
All right. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's
It's
go.
entertaining.
Yeah, I hope it is. I hope it's entertaining.
Since we don't have to do anything, me and Richie can just
Yes,
enjoy
sure.
the show.
Well, we may or may not have another tie. I'm going to have to break in just a minute when we review the round scores.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's go. The Matrix Reloaded. The Matrix Reloaded.
They've got this. God damn it.
Gotta have
I
this one.
don't know if I do, actually. I've only seen the first one.
All right, The Matrix Reloaded. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian.
2001.
Jacob.
It's in 2002.
Another dirty sweep. 2003. 2003.
I would have taken 01.
Matrix
I'm a Matrix fan.
Reloaded. Still try. It's like sudden death in the Schmodown. Just kind of trying to break that tie. See who gets it.
Took 4 years for the sequel to come out.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and then the other one, and then they came out 2003 and 2004, right back to back.
Yeah.
They filmed back.
See, I thought it was 2002, 2003, which is why I
No,
put 2002.
03,
I knew they were
04.
1 year apart. But
Well, let's stick with Keanu and ask about the original John Wick. The original John Wick. What year? John Wick. Chapter 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob
2014.
and Brian.
Try 14.
Oh, son of a bitch, you guys both got it
Yeah.
right again.
I would have said
All right, we're both right again. All right, let's go with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. What year? Well, I guess no need to drag it out. If you guys already have something written, we'll just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian
2002.
and Jacob.
02.
Well, son of a bitch, we got to keep going.
Should have asked for a direct DVD Spider-Man movie.
Well, I might have to go direct to DVD. We'll see. No, instead, let's go with another comic book film. Let's go Spawn. Spawn. What year? At this point, I'm going with IMDb recommendations.
Yeah.
If you like, then you
Yeah.
like.
Well, it's a quick way to get movie release dates and ask questions.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going with. All right, Spawn. Will we ever break this tie? Or will we be here all night? We'll find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob
It's a 97.
and Brian.
96.
Hooray! We broke the tie.
Okay.
Jacob Barber, 1997, gets it right.
Yeah,
All right.
And I thought
All right.
President Gold 98. That's
Oh, man.
Jacob
When like
Barber.
triple overtime there, man.
All right. But now I get to tally up the round scores and see who tied for that to break the tie. Although I may not worry about it too much unless we have a tie for first. So as of right now, Jordan Anderson has 7 points total throughout the entire game. Jacob Barber has 7 points total. Richie has 8 points.
Good job, Richie.
Brian has 8 points.
Oh,
We have
what the?
Are you
Two
kidding me?
Two
different
ties.
ties. So, all right. Here we
At least
go.
double overtime here. Here we go.
All right.
Last episode.
We're going to do some 4-way release dates and break all these ties. That's what we're going to do. Everybody.
Safe for everyone, right?
Say everybody because we have 2 different ties. So we're going to do a 4-way and see what happens. I'm going to pull up 5 movies and we're going to see who wins out of these. Who breaks the tie between Jordan and Richie and who breaks the tie between Jacob and Jordan, Richie and Brian. All right. Freddy versus Jason. It's going to be our first one.
I feel like this should be around now, just a release dates round.
Well, I mean, I'm about to make one. It's about to be.
I've been toying around with the idea that it doesn't have to be the same 3 rounds every time. It just has to be 3 rounds. Like,
I mean, I like the format though, just because I think it's fun because it kind of equalizes everything. That's just me. But
yeah.
all right, 5, 4,
I'm definitely not taking out the release date or the Rotten
1.
Tomatoes.
All right, Jordan.
Probably
Ready,
way
Jason?
off. I put 2004.
Jacob.
2003.
Brian.
I put 97.
And Richie.
2003.
All right.
Yeah.
Richie and Jacob both getting the points. And you know what? I'm going to stop right there because that breaks both the ties. Because Jacob
There you
beat
go.
Jordan, Richie beat Brian. Richie got a point. Jacob got a point. Those are going to break the ties. So Richie is going to win the game at first place. Richie in first, Brian in second. It'll be Jacob in third and Jordan in fourth. But it was way, way closer than what that ended was. Because obviously our scores for the rounds all over the place. I mean, just listen to this. Brian wins the first round. Jacob wins the second round. Jordan wins the fourth round. Richie with a 3-2-3 just stays right in the upper middle right there.
Wins it all.
Through, and then still manages to win it all. Anything could happen on the trivia triathlon. So good job, everybody. Very, very close. Good job, everybody. I didn't think we would have like 2 different ties for the round points, but that's how it works.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense because Richie and Brian are basically rivals at this point. So.
Yeah. What we may have to do is eventually I'll just make a whole different tiebreaker fourth round of like movie release dates or something and just have that on backup. So we'll see.
Or,
but yeah.
Cast filmographies or something.
I'll do something. Yeah, I'll do some.
Yeah.
I'll name, people. Y'all name me the movie, something like that. But anyways, so we went, still went about as long as we did last night with all the chatter. So a little over an hour. Hope you guys had fun. That was a lot of fun. It was up and down all over the damn place. I didn't know who was going to win. It was rampant, rough shot. But we'll go around and get some plugs. So Jordan, I mean, we're on this channel, so anybody watching probably knows. But maybe just what's coming up in the immediate future.
Yeah, luckily I don't have my phone, but I have my note app on my computer. So.
I've got it. Well, I know that this Wednesday. I know that at least for this immediate future, we have Brian Nussbaum's championship episode for his 128 coming up Wednesday night at 8:00. Yeah, we've got a very eclectic 32 for that one, so that one should be interesting. And then Richie also on the show tonight on Friday. We will jump into his part 2 of his 128.
And I think next week's JPO championship. I think
JPO will be next week. Yeah. Yes, I'll be early next week.
Yeah, we got that one, and then we also have Ross Bristow's top 64. That's coming up, and then best Christmas movie characters. I'll give you that one too. So, and also I want to say if you sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/movie hero, I'm going to be posting hopefully tonight. That's the goal. It'll be tonight or first thing in the morning, but it'll be an extended schedule that'll go about 4 months. If you really want to see an extended look at what we have coming up and be the first one to get dibs on that, go to patreon.com/movie hero.
All right. Jacob, any plugs, or are you just kind of around like you usually
I'm
are?
around. I'm here. I'm wherever people will have me.
Yeah. All right. Well, we may mix it up. Yeah. Maybe we'll mix in some, still have 3 rounds, but mix in occasionally. Yeah. Like maybe a list of like supporting actors in a movie and you name the movie or something like that, kind of a cast list thing, or some other things we can come up with just to mix it up. We'll have a little fun. I kind of want to keep the Rotten Tomatoes thing because it gives people a chance to come back, and if they don't do as well in the general trivia, to win that one just based on guessing. So that's always the equalizing. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. Brian, other than this Wednesday night, anything else?
Yep. You can find me mostly pitching on different leagues. JPO maybe which was the time. Flying cows and trivia. Tomorrow night I'm doing a full-metal random with Richie on about actors and actresses with JPO as well, who will be there. And Thursday, filming my Geek Match with Brandon against Rule of 2.
All right. Sounds good. Richie, anything coming up?
Yeah, I got the actors and actresses match. It's very cocky, you Brian, to be like, "Hey, I've been with Richie and just beat me."
It's true. It's
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I'll be beating Brian in actors and actresses. Then you can find me
Let's see
on
what the questions are.
tournament fights. Doing you can find me in tournament fights doing part 2 of I'm on 28. Yeah, and then I'm on tier ranker as well sometimes. Yeah, I'm on JPO's channel doing a lot of wrestling and movie trivia. I'm part of a wrestling trivia league on Combat Wrestling Trivia on Chris Cass's Twitch. Or cast for we're part of a tournament at the moment called Clash of the Combatants. Doing pretty well. Last time I played, I was actually winning the tournament, but I put the changed now. But yeah, I'm still doing pretty well. So yeah, and then I got a podcast. My friend Robert Cameron. We dissect Tubi movies. So the one that comes out this Tuesday is called Death Sport with David Carradine, who's high all the way through the movie. So it's just fun. The way I describe it, it's like Mad Max meets Death Race 2000 meets Star Wars. So it's a movie. So and then other than that, I'm around. I'm on Battleground sometimes, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, and I'm on Battleground occasionally, JPO's show about trivia tournament, here on the Movie Hero Network, all those places you could find me. Probably writing more triathlons because I just find it fun. So I just write all these whenever I'm going through I just look over my movie collection and write questions. So that's usually what I do. So out of the thousands of movies I have next to me. All right, that was a lot of fun, guys. So good. Yeah.
Oh, and if you wonder why I made the comment about not having a phone, I dropped my phone in the snow for like 5 seconds, and I guess that was enough to kill it. So if you want to get a hold of me for the next 24 hours, it'll be through Facebook Messenger only. So,
all right. Well, that's how I message Jordan, anyways. So,
yeah.
But yeah, all right. Hope you guys had fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for all the tiebreakers and using up all of them. I appreciate it. That was good. And burning through everything. That was a lot of fun. But we'll see you guys next time here on the Movie Hero Network, here on the Trivia Triathlon. We'll see you.